Every few years, a new technology arrives that changes the way the world works. The steam engine replaced the horse cart. The computer replaced paper. And now artificial intelligence has arrived, and it's coming for something deeper: the way we think, create, and earn a living. The question echoes in every workplace, classroom, and dinner table. Will AI take away your job? It's a question loaded with fear and fascination. On one hand, AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini can write emails, summarize reports, design logos, and even generate code in seconds. On the other hand, those same abilities raise the unsettling thought that maybe, just maybe, humans aren't needed for as many things as before. But the truth, as always, is more complicated. When IBM introduced its Watson Orchestrate system in 2022, it promised to automate routine HR tasks, scheduling interviews, processing documents, even drafting offer letters. Many assumed that meant HR assistants were finished. But instead, most companies discovered that humans still had to make the final calls. AI just cleared the paperwork. The jobs didn't vanish, they shifted. The same pattern is showing up everywhere. At Amazon, warehouse robots now handle much of the heavy lifting, yet the number of human workers hasn't dropped. It's changed. The new jobs involve supervising fleets of robots, maintaining sensors, managing logistics, and analyzing data. Tasks that didn't exist a decade ago. At Google, AI is automating ad buying, translation, and parts of software testing. But those changes have opened new creative roles: prompt engineers, data curators, and AI ethicists, the people who guide and correct the machines. If that sounds familiar, it's because we've seen it before. During the Industrial Revolution, machines replaced weavers, blacksmiths, and farmers. At first, it was chaos. Millions lost traditional work. But new industries, manufacturing, engineering, transportation, rose in their place. Each wave of automation destroyed some roles and created others. McKinsey's 2023 report estimated that by 2030, automation could affect up to 30% of tasks in most jobs. Tasks, not entire occupations. That's the key distinction. AI rarely replaces a whole profession. It usually automates the predictable pieces inside it. A lawyer still practices law, but AI drafts the first version of a contract. A marketer still designs campaigns, but AI analyzes performance data. A teacher still teaches, but AI helps personalize lessons for each student. Instead of replacement, what we're seeing is recomposition, jobs breaking into human and machine components. Still, some areas will shrink. Routine clerical roles, basic data entry, simple copywriting, and parts of customer service are already being automated. For many companies, using AI chatbots saves millions. By 2025, analysts expect over 90% of customer interactions to start with an automated system before ever reaching a person. That sounds bleak, but look closer. The same AI that handles customer queries also creates opportunities for new kinds of support work: training the bots, auditing conversations, refining tone, and managing escalation systems. The human role moves up the value chain. We've seen similar shifts before. In the early 2000s, spreadsheet automation was supposed to end accounting. Instead, it made accountants more strategic, freeing them from repetitive calculations to focus on interpretation and advising. AI is poised to do something similar on a much larger scale. Of course, transitions like this are messy. Not everyone can easily switch from repetitive work to high-skill analysis overnight. Economists call this technological friction, when innovation moves faster than retraining can catch up. It's one of the biggest challenges societies face right now. Governments and universities are scrambling to adapt. IBM, Google, and Microsoft have all launched free AI training programs aimed at helping workers reskill for the new economy. LinkedIn's top-growing job titles of 2025 already include AI Product Manager, Data Ethics Lead, and Automation Analyst. This tells us something important. The jobs of the future may not exist yet, but the skills that power them are forming right now. Meanwhile, creative fields are feeling the shock too. Designers worry about image generators. Writers worry about chatbots. Musicians worry about AI voice models. The discomfort is real, but so is the potential. Artists who use AI as a collaborator rather than a competitor are producing entirely new styles. In filmmaking, AI tools are already speeding up editing, color grading, and sound design. The same thing happened when photography appeared in the 1800s. Painters feared it would end art. Instead, it gave birth to Impressionism and Modernism. Every creative technology forces humans to redefine originality. So who's really at risk? Economists divide jobs into three broad types: manual, cognitive, and creative. For decades, automation mostly threatened manual labor, factory lines, cashiers, and drivers. But now, AI is creeping into cognitive work, the white-collar tasks that once felt untouchable. Analysts, paralegals, junior coders, and customer support agents are all seeing parts of their work automated. In 2024, a Goldman Sachs report estimated that generative AI could impact 300 million full-time jobs worldwide. Not necessarily eliminate them, but change how they're done. That sounds huge, but remember, every major industrial shift has created more work in the long run than it destroyed. The trick is surviving the transition. Look at Japan in the 1980s. Automation hit manufacturing hard. Robots took over assembly lines. But instead of a mass unemployment, productivity soared, and new jobs appeared in design, quality control, and robotics engineering. The same pattern is now repeating globally, but faster. The key difference this time is speed. AI doesn't wait for factories to be built. It spreads through software updates. That means the adaptation window is shorter. Workers who reskill quickly will thrive. Those who don't may fall behind. That's why the next decade won't just be about automation. It'll be about augmentation. The companies that win will be the ones that combine humans and AI effectively, not replace one with the other. Take law firms, for example. Some have already adopted AI tools to search case law or summarize legal briefs. The result? Junior lawyers spend less time on grunt work and more on strategy. At accounting firms, AI handles data entry, letting accountants focus on advising clients. Even in software engineering, GitHub's Copilot doesn't remove programmers. It makes them faster. AI doesn't remove the need for human judgment, creativity, or ethics. It just removes the busy work. In medicine, doctors are using AI to scan radiology images and spot anomalies invisible to the human eye. But no patient wants a diagnosis without a human explaining what it means. In journalism, AI can summarize data, but real storytelling still requires empathy and context. So yes, AI will take away parts of your job, the repetitive, mechanical parts, but it will also make the remaining parts more human. The paradox of automation is that the more we delegate to machines, the more valuable our emotional intelligence becomes. Still, not everyone will benefit equally. The divide between those who can use AI and those who can't may grow into a new kind of digital inequality. In the same way computer literacy became essential in the 1990s, AI literacy will become the baseline skill of the 2030s. That's why companies like Microsoft and Coursera are betting big on AI education. Google's AI Essentials course and OpenAI's learning initiatives are early attempts to close that gap. The next job revolution won't just be about what we know, it'll be about how fast we can learn. But let's be honest, adaptation isn't always easy. Telling a 50-year-old worker to just reskill is easier said than done. That's where policy comes in. Governments will have to rethink safety nets, retraining programs, and even how we define work itself. Some countries are already experimenting with shorter work weeks and universal basic income pilots, trying to balance productivity gains with fairness. Meanwhile, in the corporate world, something interesting is happening. The same executives who once feared automation are now realizing AI can humanize their businesses. Instead of replacing workers, many are using AI to reduce burnout, automate routine emails, and free people to focus on creative or interpersonal tasks. Productivity rises, but so does satisfaction. That's the quiet upside, and it's rarely part of the fear narrative. AI will take away jobs that are narrow, repetitive, and rigid, but it will also unlock work that's broader, more creative, and more human. The best response isn't to resist it, it's to evolve with it. So, will AI take away your job? Maybe parts of it, but it will also give you 1,000 new ways to do it better. The question isn't, will machines replace us? It's, how can we make them our partners? Because the future of work isn't man or machine. It's man with machine, and that future is already here.